The era of COVID-19 pandemic has spread the eyes of many parties to the importance of the infrastructure sector. A lot of infrastructures have been concerned, causing various kinds of activity to be inhibited. The sector most affected by the pandemic is health sector. Infrastructure gaps, especially in health sector in various parts of the world, can be seen in developed countries which have solid infrastructure systems have not been able to overcome this pandemic storm. Action to deal with a pandemic such as procuring vaccinations take a long time so that the number of fatalities is not possessed. What about countries over there? Especially developing countries who have infrastructure is not yet acceptable. It is essential to have a concept where developing countries have a solid infrastructure system in health sector to force pandemic outbreaks to support the health of the citizens. To overwhelm this issue, efforts need to be made in the form of a concept to be able to support health infrastructure as a whole and be able to deal with unexpected threats such as pandemic. If we are looking back, many health facilities are not fully able to handle patients infected with COVID-19 due to the lack of quality and quantity, such as lack of equipment, medicines and vaccines in some countries are not well distributed, and last but not least, high mortality of health workers. Therefore, the best solution needed is the form of open access and solid health system for the residents across the globe. We proudly introduce our concept, HERD, Healthcare Resilience Development. The principle of this concept is to build a solid health infrastructure system starting from low to high cost with urgency from each level. Resilience is a key element for sustainability and needs to be concerned in development planning to maintain quality. The following are some of the improvements that developing countries can make in terms of infrastructure that are acceptable and of the same quality as advanced countries. In terms, the costs involved as well as the economy, the environment, and health itself. There are several things that we have to do to realize this concept. In the beginning with transfer of knowledge from advanced to developing countries, from the government or private sector to increase health knowledge through educational and health institutions, so that the knowledge that has been obtained supports the development of the human resources of these developing countries. The cost required to realize this effort to a large extent depend on the relationship between the two countries. However, if this is successful, it will be able to improve the overall health infrastructure. In addition, intensifying telemedicine as a communication system between medical personnel and prospective patients, or patients to conduct medical consultation that can be done anywhere and anytime. Telemedicine in several countries already exists, but the benefits are thought to be lacking because access to use this facility is limited in terms of human resources and telecommunication infrastructure. The development of health manufacturing industry, from the medical equipment to medicine production, start from advanced countries which were shown in several developing countries to equalize access to health facility, and to anticipate requests that come like during a pandemic due to parties who can produce medicines and medical equipment. The cost required to conduct such a program is quite large, but it is worth to impact resulting from the number of new jobs, acceptable supply of medicines, and transfer knowledge gain. These are some of description of HERD concept. to build a solid and sustainable health infrastructure for the benefit for all the people across the globe.